Welcome back, Warhammer 40K and fellow Magic the Gathering enjoyers. This is Spruce and Studs, and we are going to be taking a look at the third Commander deck that was released by the collaboration between Wizards of the Coast and Games Workshop to make this beautiful product over here, which is the Chaos Commander deck. So, without further ado, you know what? Let's dive right on in. All right, folks, are you as excited as me to dive into this product? I sure as heck am, so let's just do it. Now we're just gonna unbox this bad boy down here. Get this right side up so we can take a look at it. And there we go. All the Chaos Ruinous power goodness over here. As usual, we have the special deck box that comes with, and we have obviously Abaddon the spoiler here. Let's put that aside and get to the meat and potatoes of all this joy, which is obviously this deck itself, and life counter with, again, Abaddon on the front, and further revealing the deck itself. Very nice. Let's toss this aside. There's really nothing better than unsealing a fresh pack of cards. Love it. I gotta put this to my nose. I love it how new cards smell. It's such an addicting smell. So sexy. There we go. Now we have the whole entire deck in front of us and all this juiciness to look at. So obviously we have Abaddon the spoiler as the commander, and you have a brilliant painted card in front of you. You have a Draconian here, which is awesome. It's very foiled. And you have the Talon of Horus over here as well, which is pretty sweet. But just look at the artwork. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. And then we have Be'lakor, which is a demon, and pretty badass, to be honest. I did not know this was actually in the deck. And once again, as the alternate commander, this is a very nice foil-looking card. Anyway, we have the Heralds of Tzeentch, which is pretty cool. Moving on, Nurgle's Rot, and this is very cool too. Oh, it's kind of sad that we have a Ultramarine here that gets Nurglified, unfortunately, with the horns and stuff. Blood Crusher of Khorne. And obviously, this is great because Khorne is all about chaos. It's red, blood for the blood god, and I love how this looks. Fantastic. Chaos Terminator Lord. So you've got the old school Terminator armor, the Stormbolter, as well as the Power Axe that you see rocking over here. Very nice artwork. The Herald of Slaanesh. You know, this is kind of weird. I'm surprised that this isn't more of a blue card, or they put blue for Tzeentch. But regardless, very cool looking artwork. You have your Noise Marine, which is a Slaanesh follower here. The Seeker of Slaanesh, I think we're starting to see a trend. The Lost and the Damned, which is an enchantment. Very interesting looking card. Bile-Blight, yes, definitely 100% Nurgle. I think all Nurgle's colors should probably just be all black. Bituminous Blast, which is very interesting. Okay. Assault Suit. This is actually really cool. I think that the assault suit shouldn't just be called Terminator armor, right? This is kind of weird that they would call it that way. Soul Ring. The ubiquitous Soul Ring that you're probably going to find in every single commander deck. But I love it how they chaosified this thing. So you obviously have the I think this is like the Chaos Undivided sign in the middle here. So kind of cool. Kind of reminds me of Sauron's eye a little bit, you know? Talisman of Creativity. This is interesting. This has got Tzeentch written all over it. Very cool looking for sure. Talisman of Dominance. Blood for the blood god. Yep, definitely a Khorne amulet for sure. Talisman of Indulgence. This is 100% Slaanesh. Worn Power Stone, another mana provider apparently. Baron Moore. Crumbling Necropolis. Apparently this is probably what? More Nurgle, it looks like, a little bit. It has a very Nurgle kind of feel to it with all the green poison mist that is around on the artwork. Molten Slag Heap. Temple of the False God, which again, I guess this used to be a Imperium statue that's been perverted by the gods of chaos with this chaos iconography up here. Brainstorm, more Tzeentch, I'm going to assume. Dark Ritual, such a badass card. It's been around since pretty much alpha. Very powerful black card for sure. Deny Reality. Wow, this is cool. So you've got a Rubrikai over here that's trying to warp, I guess, a Necron. Very interesting artwork indeed. The Commander's Sphere. Wayfarer's Bauble. Again, it's been chaosified. I like the chaos iconography here. Command Tower. Dismal Blackwater. And I love it how there's Imperial Walkers that are drowned in the mire over here. Evolving Wilds. This is a very common card in Magic the Gathering. But like I said, it's been chaosified for sure. Oh, yeah. This is the stuff right here. If I actually were to ally myself with chaos, I definitely would be a Tzeentch person. Obviously, this is the Lord of Change, which is Tzeentch, and look at that artwork on this thing. This thing is amazing looking. 7-drop, 6/6 flying. Interesting. Black Grenade, more Nurgly goodness. Ooh, another Greater Demon. Nurgle, the Great Unclean One. And this is 100% very accurate to all the drawings that we've seen for Nurgle in the Warhammer 40K universe. Mandate of Abaddon. See all this random lightning that's going on back here. Interesting. Oh. See, you have to have this guy here. Mortarion, the Demon Primarch. This is actually really nice to see Primarchs in these decks. You typically don't get to see them, but wow, this is very cool. Get the original Primarch in the flesh. Look at the artwork on this thing. I kind of wish that we could see a little bit more, but there is just so much detail. It's just packed in a very, very small space. I would love to see this thing blown up on a poster form, you know? Then Nurgle's Conscription, very aptly put right after Mortarion. Your Plague Drone, more Nurgle goodness. Poxwalkers. Oh, this is a rare. This is very interesting. Typically in the Warhammer 40K game, the Poxwalkers are meat shields for stronger units. So this is interesting that this is a rare card. Ha, the Sloppity Bowpiper. You gotta love saying that. Sloppity Bowpiper. It's such a jolly, like, name. The Tallyman of Nurgle. Very cool. Venom Crawler. Very interesting with the flames that are being spewed out from the sides of it. More Aspiring Champions, which is the perverted version of Space Marines. Oh, the Bloodthirster of Khorne. More blood for the Blood God. I would love to see if there was actually Angron in here. So I'm actually coming in completely blind. I don't know what's exactly in these decks, but I would love to see Angron. But regardless, the Bloodthirster of Khorne, very awesome to see. The Dark Apostle. Ah, Slaanesh, the Keeper of Secrets. This is the Greater Demon of Slaanesh. Very creepy, very androgynous looking Keeper of Secrets. Karn! Yeah, this guy is nuts, man. Holy cow. I gotta look at this one. Karn is seriously like one of the most famous Khorne berserkers, and this is so cool. So this is a 4-drop, 5/1 4-drop. So you probably have a lot of adverse effects down here. Yeah, this is so cool. Probably one of my favorite cards. And then you have a Errant Knight here. And I love all the chaos-looking iconography and the talons and the blood. This is actually a very, very cool artwork here. I can get behind this for sure. Let the galaxy burn. There we go. Blood for the blood god. All Khorne worshippers will say this all the time. So very interesting card, and I love how it's got the Khornate symbol here. The Chaos Defiler. And moving on to Chaos Mutation. Dracnian, there you go. You have the legendary weapon that Abaddon uses. So this is pretty much a demon that's been put into sword form. And I like how the artist did very accurately draw Dracnian. Exalted Flamer of Tzeentch. Hellbrutes, man, these guys are nuts in the game. So it's really good to see this stuff come alive in Magic the Gathering form. The Horus Heresy, which is the whole entire backbone of the 40K universe. It's nice to see in a saga form here. Kill, maim, burn. More Khornate chants going on. Lucius the Eternal. Very interesting. Lucius the Eternal. Very interesting. Man, that spoiled a little bit. I did not know Magnus the Red here, which is the Primarch of the Thousand Suns. Very interesting looking card. Again, this is very zoomed out, so you can't really see all the detail, but like, you definitely get all this Tzeentch-y goodness that's going on here. Man, obviously he's not as powerful as Mortarion, but this is still a really badass card. Mutalith the Vortex Beast. I'm actually not familiar with this one. Pink Horrors, more Tzeentch. Ruinous Powers, obviously this is what the deck is called. Zangors, more Tzeentch followers here. Past in Flames. Very interesting. Mythic Rare. Huh. Cool. Decree of Pain. More Nurgly goodness here. Got the Death Guard stuff and the Death Blight that's going on around that. Blasphemous Act, of course. Chaos Warp. Looks like we have some sort of Tyrannid being warped around. A Sister of Battle. Necrons. Wow, this is definitely very chaotic for sure. Reverberate. Warp Storm Surge. I'm going to guess that, what, these are Bloodthirsters in the background or something. Very interesting. Chromatic Lantern. Not sure how that actually ties in with the whole Chaos universe, but okay. Exotic Orchard. So you have more of this alien kind of Xenos landscape that's going on. Foreboding Ruins. So this is nice that you have the blend of the black and the red that is 100% chaos looking. Sunken Hollow. Forgotten Cave. Very cool with all these chains and stuff. I would assume that this is probably like, what, more Khorne stuff? Path of Ancestry. So we saw this in the Imperium deck, so I'm interested to see exactly why we would have this in a Chaos deck, considering that all this stuff are Loyalist chapters here. Sift Water Cliffs. Interesting. So again, I'm going to assume that you have a blend of Tzeentch stuff that's going on here. Terramorphic Expanse. More of this Chaos action back here with probably Chaos Demons in this ribbon. And then you have the mountains that are here with bloodletters down here. Let's see if there's any variation. Swamps, again. So I'm guessing that these are swamps modeled after Nurgle. And of course we're going to get blue, and I'm going to assume that obviously this is going to be Tzeentch. And you have these warp swirls down here. Cool. Alright, so this is the special card that you get from the set. Again, thicker than your normal Magic card here. I will put this side by side so you can see the thickness difference. God, I love the foiling on this. This is fantastic. These decks, I just wish they would make more. And finally, rounding it out, you have tokens, which are Plague Bearers of Nurgle, Chaos Spawn, and that's it. Well, folks, thank you for joining me on this adventure. I feel like a kid again every single time I open up these cards. It just, again, reminds me of my childhood. That I was so dominated by Magic the Gathering, as well as Warhammer 40K. As I've said before, it's just absolutely crazy to me that these products would just come together and form this beautiful, beautiful, I guess, amalgamation or whatever the heck you want to call it. It would be amazing to me if Games Workshop and Wizards of the Coast would combine forces together and actually make like 3 different sets or even just one set of Warhammer 40K cards. I think that the lore is enough in the Warhammer 40K universe to support so many of these cards and decks and stuff. So I would love to see it, but I don't know. I think this actually might be a one-off. So I'm definitely savoring the moment. But regardless, thank you all so much for watching. I know that you're so used to seeing, you know, action figure reviews and stuff. So it's nice to actually throw in something in the mix that's a little bit different to give it a little fresh thing in the channel. So regardless, I appreciate you all for watching, especially the ones that watch the non-standard stuff that I put out. It means a lot to me. And as usual, thanks for your support, and I'll see you all in the next one.